Hi guys, my name's Nick, and over the next few months I'll be doing a weekly vlog on this house renovation. I've just bought this lovely 3-bedroom terrace house in Kent that can only be described as a fixer-upper, and I'm going to renovate it from old to new. I'd love any comments you have, any tips, any advice. I haven't done this before. Let me take you for a tour. So we're starting off in the hall. There's the front door behind me, and it's got some lovely features on the ceiling that I'm hoping just to keep paint and do up. We'll come round into the left room, which is going to be the lounge. I'm thinking knock that fireplace out so I can have an actual fireplace rather than this one that's on show. As you can see, I've been starting the work, getting the carpets up, stripping the walls, but this is day 2, so it'd be good for you guys to keep updated with my progress as I go. Really like the bay window here, not quite the curtains. As we come through back into the hall, then we have this room on the left, which is, I guess, a dining room. Again, nice features around the top here with the coving, and I really love the curtain rail going around as well. I'm thinking keep it white above that, and maybe grey walls below. This room is the kitchen. It's quite a large size actually. I'm quite looking forward to putting this in. It's quite a lot to do. I'm thinking maybe put a table at the end here and then units either side back towards where we just came from. Quite a lot of space to work with and it's quite tricky to know what to do at this stage. If you follow me upstairs, we'll start in the master bedroom, which is at the front. Again, it's a huge room and it really benefits from that bay window, the same as downstairs again. I think this could be a really nice space. I even like these doors. I really want to keep these doors as they're original, and I just love the design. Going through to the left, which is the spare room. Still not bad, still a double bedroom. And again, got that lovely coving at the top, which I'm hoping I can keep. Around here you've got the bathroom. Now this is what I think might need some work. I think for a family house, it's a little on the small side. So what I was thinking of doing was, this is the 3rd bedroom now, was extending the bathroom, this wall here, just bringing the bathroom out, maybe in line with this. Currently I've got the boiler in here, but I need to renew the boiler anyway, so I was thinking get rid of the immersion tank, put the boiler downstairs in the kitchen, and bring the whole bathroom out and give it an extra, metre and a half. I think that will really benefit, and then this room still has enough space, I think. And it'll still be a small double room. And then lastly, I can just show you from the windows the garden. It's quite a small garden, but it shouldn't be too hard to do. I'm just going to get those patio tiles up and just turf it, I think. I think I'll keep the shed, maybe paint that a different colour because that's really useful as well. I hope you like it. Please, if you've got any tips or advice or what you think I should do, I'd love to hear from you. Any comments would be most appreciated. You can follow my blog below or social media pages, and yeah, wish me luck. Thanks. Hi guys, it's week 2 of the renovation. I'm midway through the 2nd week. I thought I'd give you a little tour, see what we've done. We've nearly finished the wiring, apart from the kitchen, as we're still working on the design. And we've stripped most of the walls besides the kitchen again. But let's take you on a little tour, the same route as before, and I'll show you. So going through to the left is the front room. So all the cables in place for wiring now, and all the walls in here stripped.
Only thing we need to do is strip these ceilings, which probably won't be fun. I've moved the cable over this side, so the door's going to actually swing the other way. And I didn't feel right with the door swinging into the room like this, taking up most of the room. So we're going to swing that the other way, hence why the light switch is on this side. Out in the hall, I've managed to not damage any of this lovely coving. So we've got the smoke alarm, and there's going to be a light here. And the light switch again has changed sides from this side to this side, as it didn't make sense being behind the door. So I've now put it on this side. Going through to the dining room, we're going to have some wall lights up here, as you can see. And unfortunately I did manage to chip the coving up there, but it came off in one piece, so I think I'll be able to glue it back on somehow. Again, all the walls stripped. And in this room, again, I've moved the switch over from this side because the door will be swinging against the wall there rather than how it is currently. All the doors will be getting changed. So this room's complete again, besides from the ceiling, which we need to strip. Coming round into the kitchen, this is probably the room where the least has happened so far. We've finally come up with a plan. You might be able to see from the ceiling, we've done the ceiling lights, but other than that we haven't done anything else in here. What's going to happen is, towards this door, we're going to have our double fridge freezer here, then next to it we're going to have a double oven space, whereas in the bottom I'll have all my spurs for all these things written on the wall here: washing machine, dishwasher, tumble dryer, fridge freezer, oven, gas ignition and the boiler. Then we're going to have two 800 units either side of the gas hob. We thought we'd have nothing on this wall at all because the kitchen's quite narrow, so we think it would open it up a bit just to have things on one side on the wall. But we may put some shelves either side of the gas hob and just put decorative things on there. And the end of the kitchen will be around this point here, leaving us space for a table and chairs. And on the other side, it's similar. We're going to have a corner unit going around here. Then we have the sink under the window, moving a little bit over from where it is now. And then just more units ending at the same point as the one opposite, but different from the other side. We're going to have some few wall units, one of them having the boiler in it. So today's my job to chase all these lovely sockets you can see marked out for the future. Under the stairs is just where all my cables are, probably a real mess. Got to do the fuse board at some point. And then upstairs, I'll do it the same order as the first video. I'll go round to the master bedroom, which is nearly stripped. Looks so different. There's the old blue, what it used to be like. And then this is what it currently looks like. So this room's nearly finished. All the wiring's been done. We just need to finish off these bits on the ceiling. It's really tough to get off, even with the steamer. And then just this bit in the window in the bay. In here the door will be swinging the other way again, so I'll put the switch on the left hand side rather than where it was on the right. And we'll swing that out to give the room more space. The hallway is going fairly well. It's quite difficult to get those bits over the stairs. And again, the ceiling is not going to be fun. It's really hard to get off. Coming through into the second bedroom. This is nearly finished as well. All the coving's intact, I'm glad to say. Just need touching up. And the ceiling isn't as bad here, so we didn't know whether to strip it or not, but it is slightly old-fashioned, so we probably will end up doing it. And similarly to all the other ones, we've moved the switch over to this side, as the door will swing this way. We might have to move this radiator as a result, but we're waiting for the plumber to get back to us on that. Bathroom is the only thing that hasn't changed yet, because we're still waiting back from the people doing the stud work. I'll just quickly show you. Got some electrics in place for later on, but still essentially the same as. And lastly, into the bedroom, third bedroom. So as I said before, we're going to bring this wall out, stud it out to make the bathroom bigger, and the boiler that is in here is going to go downstairs in the kitchen, what I mentioned earlier. But again, all the walls are stripped, and this one, most of the ceiling is stripped as well. You can just see the damage on the ceiling, showing how more difficult it is than the walls. And the garden, as you can see, has not been touched, but it's not too bad a job, just a lot of weeding, and we'll get those paving slabs up, but it's a bit cold at the moment for that. So I hope you like the progress. We're about 8 days in, so I think we're doing okay. We're waiting on the plumber and the stud guy to get back to us, and then we should be able to show you some real difference. But thanks for subscribing. Cheers. Hi guys, it's the end of week 3. I'll show you what we've done this week. Coming round to the left, this room is looking good. Ceilings complete, all the walls stripped, and we even have the new fuse board on, so we have all new circuits. All the old circuits have gone as well. More new cables, lights working, it's a good sign. Around here, wall lights in place. Another completely finished room. Under the stairs, I don't know how if you can see, 'cause it's a bit dark. I'm going to put a light in here, but the new fuse board is on. New meter towers. All we need to do is put some trunking for those cables at the bottom and the top there to make that nice and neat. But the bulk of it is done. Into the kitchen, we have all new ceiling lights done, ready to go. We have a smoke detector in the middle, which will be a heat detector, and you can roughly see by the masking tape on the wall what we're going to do with the kitchen. And I've chased all the sockets ready to go as well. Going to be ordering this from DIY Kitchens this evening. Coming round upstairs, we've got more strip walls. And more live cables, as you can see outside the bathroom, which is all good. Walking through to the main bedroom, another completely finished room. That ceiling looks so much better, and no more blue on the walls, apart from under the windowsill, but that's painted, so that's fine. So this is another room that just needs to be bonded, lined, and then we can start painting. Round to the left, another completely finished room. All the electrics done, all the walls stripped, and this one we thought the ceiling was okay, so we're just going to rub it down and paint it, keeping these original features around the edge here. Bathroom still hasn't changed, but we've got our quotes back for this wall at the back here to be knocked out, which will bring it into this third bedroom, an extra sort of metre and a half, all studded out, make that bathroom a really nice size. And then this brings our last room where it's 99% done, just these fiddly bits on the ceiling to do, and this one was really tough. And as you've seen from my other videos, nothing else has been done in the garden, but we'll get there eventually. Hi guys, this is Nick, and this is week 5 of my house renovation. A few people have been asking me how I've been doing my chases for my electrical work. So So I thought I'd show you the kit I've been using and do a little demonstration for you. I've been using, as you can see here, the Quad Cut Pro Multi-Kit Electrician's Box Sinker. This is a really easy kit because it makes the chases so neat and tidy, and although it's quite messy, doesn't produce that much dust, it's just a lot of rubble. But I really prefer it, and it really gives a nice finish. So back to the kit. If I open the Quad Cut Pro kit, you have here lots of bits. The bits we'll be using for this is this bit, which is to do your pilot hole. Then you've got this hole cutter, diamond hole cutter, to do a circular hole, and then once you've done the circular hole, you simply put this on here to finish off the nice neat box. I also recommend you guys wear mouth protection and nose protection and ear protection, goggles, and then this is what I used to mark out the box earlier. So that's the box I'm going to be putting in, that's the level, that's the tape measure and the Sharpie pen. Right, let me get kitted up and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is using this drill bit. I'm going to drill my little pilot hole in the middle. So I put this into my SDS drill, simply drill into this pilot hole. A short distance. And then change over to the diamond circular drill bit. Put this in. This is on rotation / hammer again. And I simply drill to the depth of my box. Last but not least, I change over to my actual box cutter. This is a single box cutter. For doubles, you'd have to do 2 of these circular holes and obviously use a double box at the end. I change it over to just hammer on the drill. You don't want this to spin. Put it on the edge of the box and then it should simply take it out, remove some of the rubble, go again. And your end result is a nice neat box, and all you have to do is mount that in there and your job's done. We've had our first tradesman here this week, which is so good. We've got the plumber starting tomorrow, and we've got the guy, the carpenter, who's going to be doing the stud wall upstairs, make that bathroom bigger, and also he's been filling in chasers today. Already it looks so much better having this trunk in here all filled in. Same with little sockets like this. It's just so good not to see bare cables already, even after just 4 weeks. We're not far off getting to the stage where we can just sand these walls down and start painting. Woohoo! While it's light, I'm going to quickly show you outside. I'd love your thoughts on what we should do on this. It's basically grey pebble dash and we just don't like it. I mean, the fear is it's just so much work to do because we're at the end of terrace here. we'd have to paint the whole front, side and back if we go for the white colour. Do you recommend we do it, or do you think it actually looks okay as it is? I'll give you a quick look now. What do you think? Keep it or change it? I personally want to change it to white and then maybe paint some of the window frames grey to neaten it up a bit. Hi guys, it's week 6 of my house renovation. Unfortunately it is freezing, hence the terrible hat, but nevertheless we've had the plumber here and we've had a few tradesmen here, so that we've got some real progress to show you. I'll start in the usual way, round to the left of the front room. As you can see, the fireplace, which is now over on the right there, has been removed. What we're actually going to do is make that fireplace bigger, but maybe buy a used one off of eBay and then gas that up, so it'll be a really nice feature in this front room, because we really think with this bay window and the fireplace it's going to be a really nice room to sit in, and will be the main room where people will use all of the time. We've got all of my chases filled in, which is so nice because you can't see the cables or conduit anymore. Back into the hall, we've got more chases filled in up in here for my hall lights. And again in here, looking so much nicer not to see those bare exposed conduits and cables. So all the lighting that is on now is from the new rewire. I've just temporarily wired them up, so that's nice to see they're working as well, and I know roughly what I'm doing. Into the kitchen, more chases filled in, and as you can see the plumber's also started to gas bits up here, so this is going to be where the hob is going to be. So you can see that new copper gas pipe over here, and then on the left the sink's been removed, but then he's done all the pipe work for the new sink. And also over here there's going to be a washing machine and dishwasher, so those pipes will be for that as well. The boiler will eventually be over here, so I imagine he's got quite a lot of work this week to do, putting all the pipe work in here. We did do a bit of work in the garden, believe it or not, but you just won't be able to tell because of this pesky snow. So I'll show you that when the weather gets a bit better. Right, coming through back upstairs. It's a bit messy up here because this is where the plumber's kept all of his pipe work and the radiators is pulled off. The main difference is that the bath and the sink have been pulled out of here. We've kept the toilet for obvious reasons, and then this will be the wall that will be coming down this week, so we're going to rip this out. It's just a stud wall. It'll be really easy just to rip out, and then what that will do is we're going to come into this room. This is the stud wall that's coming out, and we're going to extend that to the edge of this cupboard here. That was where this cylinder used to be and all this pipe work that the plumber has removed. So the bathroom will have an extra sort of metre and a half, and that should give it a really nice space because at the moment it's just too small. So not much has changed in here, more bonding, more new cables put in. And then next the garden again, looking a little bit neater. We took loads of weeds out and some plants, but you really can't tell today. Right, back to the front of the house. So the main bedroom's looking a little different. All the chases filled in. You can almost start to picture what it's going to look like now. All the new cables are in place, all the new sockets are in place, and it's all been bonded. The next stage is just to rub down, and then we're going to line the walls, and then obviously the painting, which I think is going to take some time. And last but not least is the room to the left, the second bedroom. And again, it's more of the same. More sockets filled in, more lighting cables in place. And then the plumber will be in this week, putting in all new radiators, all new pipe work. So we'll have, the house will be completely rewired, completely replumbed, and hopefully we'll start looking nice. I'm excited in the next few weeks to get to that stage where we can start rubbing down, lining the walls and painting. I think that'll make a real difference, and can't wait to show you guys. Thanks for everyone who subscribed. We're nearly at the big 50. Which is more than I thought I was ever going to get. So I appreciate it, and hope you like it. Thanks, guys. Hi guys, this is Nick's renovation, week 7. We have 2 major changes this week, starting with the bathroom. That wall we said we were going to knock out, as you can see from this video now. It's gone. And then if I show you what the stud wall looks like. So this really opens up the bathroom. The old bathroom used to end about here where this line is. So we've gained an extra metre, and that will give us plenty of room. We're still trying to decide what to do, whether we should have a bath and a shower, or an all-in-one shower and bath, or separate. I've just put my cables down here. I need to clip them in, but I can have an LED bathroom mirror there. Got to do my spotlights on the ceiling still. And we're going to use this existing fan, which, if you remember, was the boiler cupboard. That hole is going to be for the fan for the bathroom now as well. I'm picturing the bath in this corner here, the toilet sink here or over here. But still a lot to decide yet. And the other major change, well, I'll show you the rest of the stud wall first. So we've just got a board out the other side, put some insulation in the middle, and then plaster that. And it's still a pretty good size. This is the smallest bedroom, and it's still a small double, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then the second major thing is the garden we've been digging up, as you can see. I'll come down and show you now. So we've dug up all of this. That's going to be a patio. Then we're just going to decide whether to do fake grass or real turf. Got to get rid of all of this in the skip eventually. We've put all these sheets down to stop the weeds growing. And then just down here, we've just dug up this concrete, which we think we're going to just put some pebbles down, just to make it a bit neater. And I've still got all this pebble dash still to paint as well, which is not going to be fun. The rest of the house hasn't changed much. The plumber has done all of his pipe work underneath. He's just waiting now for us to finish all the walls, plaster all the walls, then he'll bring his pipes up for the radiators. But for now, the progress is going really well. For week 7, haven't even had the house 2 months yet, and we're really progressing. We'd love your comments on the bathroom, whether you think we should do a separate shower, or the all-in-one, sort of maybe an L-shape bath shower. But thanks for tuning in, thanks for subscribing. Nearly at 70 subscribers, so it's really, really good, much more than I thought. And if you're working on a renovation, please message me, because I'm really interested to subscribe to anyone else who's doing so. Thanks guys, bye. Hi guys, this is week 8 of Nick's house renovation. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed so far. I'm nearly at 100, which is great. So I'll just start in the kitchen. We've actually battened this out this week because, as you can see, we're going to put some units all the way down here and wall units all the way up here, and the boiler will be going where this gap is in here. And we measured it all out, and we decided that the boiler's either going to be too close a fit or not fit at all. So we've ended up batting the walls out, and then this plasterboard over here will be going on top. And luckily there's enough of my cable just to pull all those out. Just need to remember those measurements. And that will hide the boiler, so we don't have to have any pipes flush, and then we just think the whole look will be more streamlined, going all the way top to bottom. The rest of the work this week has been one you can't really see too much of, but it's all these little white marks on the walls here. Every time you see one of these white marks, that's basically where they've rubbed down, sanded it all down to make it nice and smooth. Once they've got it all nice and smooth, the next phase will be for myself to, well, once the walls have been lined, then we'll be doing the painting. This week was going to be the week where I started on the outside exterior, but as you can probably tell by where you live, it's been very, very wet. So again, not too much on the surface, but all of these white marks have been all rubbed down. They used to be, that's where the old switch used to be, for example, and now that's all nice and smooth, and that's where the new switch is now. Going upstairs, so we've been planning the bathroom a little bit more. We tried our best for a shower bath, but we just don't think we can do both. So we think, behind me here, we think we're going to have a bath here with maybe an L shape either this way or this way. Probably makes more sense this way. So an L-shaped bath in this corner here with the shower up here, and that's hole which was the boiler I'm going to use as my my fan for the electrical work. Just need to chase that in here and bring that out of the stud work. All of this interior stud work still needs insulation. This cable is going to be for my mirror, my LED mirror, but at the moment we're still not sure on the fixed position. That's why we haven't put any insulation in. So bath shower over here, LED mirror and sink on this wall, toilet roughly where it is, and as you can see, it's so much bigger than before. That old line there was where the bathroom used to be, and it actually still hasn't taken up that much room on this side. Because that cupboard was always there, it almost feels as if this room is actually still the same size. Thank you to the person that said about moving the switch. Currently I've done the switch over there, but they were saying perhaps with the stud wall here, it might lead to the door constantly banging on the stud wall. We're going to have a look at that, because I can still change this, get rid of this, fill this in, and then move my cable over to this side and have the door swinging into the room like that. Ultimately, I don't think it makes that much difference. It's just a matter of which way you want the door swinging, really. But it doesn't affect the room, because you have to walk in this sort of corridor to get around here anyway. So coming up to the other two rooms. So all the pipe work is under the floor. The plumber's pretty much finished now until we start lining the walls. Then he can bring it up. There's some of the new pipe work down there just to show you. Nice and shiny. And again, look at all of these marks of all the hard work that they've done. Rubbing down, filling in, making sure it's all going to be nice and level and smooth. And lastly, into the master. Again, lots of white marks. Look at this ceiling. Literally days of just rubbing down. Show you quickly the garden from upstairs, but it's been too wet to work, unfortunately. But we've done quite a lot of digging up. As you can see how wet it's been. But you can kind of see from that image where the patio is going to end, just by that laundry line, and then the rest of it will be grass. Thanks for subscribing. Next week should be a bit more interesting, not too much changed here. But any comments, you've had loads of lovely comments. I really appreciate all your efforts. And if you're doing a renovation, please email me or subscribe, send me your subscription channel, and I'd love to subscribe to it. Thanks very much. Cheers. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is week 9 of Nick's house renovation. There's not too much to show you today. We've had a lot of filling in and sanding down on the walls, ready for lining next week. So next week will be a real good start for everyone to see, because then we can start painting and then get some real changes. The biggest change this week is to my right over here, which is the new boiler. As you can see, we've gone for the ideal combi boiler. The old one used to be in that cupboard upstairs, if you remember rightly. And so far the plumber's done a lovely job putting all the pipe work down into the ceiling. So this is why we had this frame built, because we wanted this to be in a kitchen wall cabinet, and we wanted it to be flush with the rest of them, not stick out anymore, and hidden. So all the pipes will be in this stud work, as will my cable here, which will be supplying the boiler. And it'll all look so nice when finished. No pipe work on show and the boiler not on show. I'll take you around the rest of the place. As I said, there's not too much to change. We've cleared the rooms because the kitchen is due to be delivered tonight or tomorrow. I can send you that once it comes. I'll just take you on a quick tour around. So all these white marks on the walls are where things have been rubbed down. For example, that used to be a hall switch, is now gone because we've got the hall switch there at the bottom of the stairs and there when you come in the door. This is the room we've filled because this is going to be the last room we do. And we wanted to make the front room, which is the biggest room, nice and spacious for the kitchen to go in whilst we work on the kitchen. There we go, nice empty room. As you can see, all rubbed down, filled in. Look how many up there. Ready to be lined and plastered. We're plastering some of it, which is on the worst walls, but lining most of it, as the walls generally are actually pretty damn good, pretty smooth. Coming upstairs, we'll start with the smallest room. So here's our new stud wall where we extended the bathroom. So the boiler cupboard used to be beyond there, so that's so much better being down in the kitchen. And again, this is all ready to be plastered next week or the week after. And I've moved this light. It was there in the middle of the old room, but as this has come in, I brought it to here because this small room, I thought the light would be best shooting towards the bed here and also the sort of narrow entranceway here. The bathroom hasn't changed at all since you've last seen it. Still the same. We're ready to insulate and board now. We've got our positions for the LED mirror. We're definitely going to have the bath here, LED mirror here, toilet where it is there, and sink over here. One thing we do need to do though is rip down this ceiling, unfortunately. It's bowed and in really bad condition and we don't think we can save it, so we're going to rip that down and put up a new plasterboard ceiling, and then I'll do probably 6 spotlights across here, and I'll be keeping the fan there, I think, in the end of the bath. As it's in the bath zone, it'll be a 12 volt fan, with a transformer. Coming back through, this bit was the only bit we couldn't strip, so this week it's been done. So no more old wallpaper, it's all officially gone, and as you can see, you need lots of rubbing down and filling. Into the master. This room hasn't changed this week, but the house is looking a lot tidier anyway. And lastly, into the middle room, more rubbing down. So as you can see, we're getting there. We think the lining should take 1 to 2 weeks, so we think as early as next week we can be painting, which then should really start to speed up things. On so far, schedule week 9, not yet even 2 months, so we're actually really pleased with how it's going. Thanks for everyone who subscribed. Please send me any comments, any advice. If you're doing your own renovation, I'd love to see it. Thanks again. Cheers. Hi guys, Nick here, and it's week 11 already of my home renovation. I've been away for a week, as you might have seen from my previous video, to Costa Rica, which was absolutely amazing. I've got a little zip lining video online just to fill the void of posting, or not posting for a week from my house. But fortunately, the people here have been a lot busier than me, not lazing on the beach, and so I've got some stuff to show you. So I'll do it the usual way round. I've got the kitchen to show you. It's been delivered here. It's not going until May, but I can show you it. The walls have been lined, the plumber's been busy. Pretty much everyone's been busy apart from me. So I'll get shown now. So in the hall, as you can see, the walls have been really beautifully lined. So what the guy's done here is he's rubbed down, and instead of plastering, because otherwise if the whole place had to be plastered, it would be so much money. The walls generally here are really good, so we've filled in, rubbed down and lined, and then obviously we're going to start painting from next week. There are some places we do need to plaster, and for example the bathroom ceiling needs to come down, but generally we've been able to line, so I'll show you. So, hallway. Just so nice not to see those bare grey walls anymore, and my cable look a lot neater. Round to the left, the front room. No lining in here because, as you can see, the kitchen came and there's a lot of it. Just so I can show you what we're going to have is this light grey, hopefully you can tell the difference here, light grey handleless cupboard. So no handles, so this is a wall cupboard, for example, 900 by 600. It obviously open this way out and it'll be vertical, not horizontal like it is now. The cabinet's like an ever so slightly lighter, and then the front is a gloss light grey. So obviously nothing else in this room. As I said previously, this was bought from DIY Kitchens. Really recommend them. They basically skip out the middleman. So instead of going through like a magnet, for example, Kitchens, you're always paying for their cut as well. This is straight from the source. It's DIY/Kitchens. If anyone needs any help with it, just give me a shout. It's actually really easy. But yeah, let's carry on. So look how much better my switch looks. No horrible grey walls, no more chases. In here, no progress, as this is more of a holding room. And we go through to the kitchen. A quick peep under the stairs again. Nothing in here, just my electrical stuff that I need to tighten up. And in here, the plumber, look at that neat job. All these pipes going upstairs to the bathroom above, going outside for the flue. I'm not sure if he's actually got to that part yet, but look how nice a job is that. So it's just going to go in a standard wall cupboard, just exactly like I showed you. It's an ideal combi boiler, and no one will even know the boiler's in there apart from when it's on making a noise. Nothing else in here has changed. These are just two walls. That's the double fridge freezer, and then we're going to have a microwave unit with an oven in as well. Coming upstairs, more lined walls as you can see here. It's really mostly the hall they've started on. As you can see, it's so nearly complete apart from that tiny patch up there. I'm assuming he's waiting for a little offcut to do that bit, but you can kind of see now what it's going to look like, I think. Into the front room, only a little bit here, into the master room. This wall's done. This skirting needs to come off and be redone. But as you can see, we're getting there. None of the other rooms have had much progress, so I won't show you them. I'll have a quick peek in there at the front. But I bought today Dulux matte emulsion in Egyptian cotton. So that's what we're going to be doing the wall in. So in this room, for example, we're going to put a Dago rail across here. So we're going to do Dulux Egyptian emulsion in this bit, white above it, and then white skirting. So I think the contrast look really nice, and I think we're going to do that throughout. Certainly in all the areas. Maybe the kitchen might be a different colour, as the Egyptian cotton is kind of a grey look and the kitchen is grey, but we can think about that once the kitchen's in. But next week I'm going to really crack on with the painting. I quite like painting at first, but we'll see how it goes long term, and if I still want to be doing it by the end. Thanks everyone for subscribing, tuning in. Please tell your friends, spread the love. Really appreciate it. Thanks guys. Bye.
Getting with the same this is the first step. Freelance worker
Hi guys, Nick here, and it's week 14 of my home renovation. I'm glad to say lots of changes to show you, starting here in the kitchen. If I spin round here and try and give you the best view. So as you can see, we've got these lovely light grey gloss kitchen from DIY Kitchens. I've gone for the taller 900 units to give you loads of space in here. Lots and lots of space, although you do need to be quite tall to reach up there, but
hopefully most people can. The only thing missing is the plinth's going to be under here, and I'm going to put some LED lights and transformers on top, bring the cables around the back and have some LED lights under here, so lots of light. We have this worktop. This is from Howden's. It's just called a grey oak worktop. I think it all goes together really nicely. Coming further down the line, we have more storage in here, and this is the built-in washing machine from Hotpoint. And then in the corner here we have a dishwasher, and I really like this sink actually. We didn't know if the grey, going with the grey counter and the grey walls and the grey units would be a bit too much, but I think that really looks nice. And I think this corner unit looks good as well. We chose to leave a little 10 sort of centimetre gap on each side, and I think that looks quite nice and opens up the window quite a bit. Coming around to this side, you've got the fridge at the top here, 70-30, so fridge 70, freezer 30. Got a built-in oven with some pan drawers below, and built-in microwave, as I never like having the microwave on the side there. It sort of takes up so much room, so I thought this was the better option. And there's even some more storage here. And then coming over to this side, we've just got the hob in the middle there. So what I've done with my electrics is I need to finish it, but in here it's going to be all my switches, so I still need to label them. But for example, you've got hob, gas ignition, oven, microwave, so they're all going to be labelled, so if anyone ever wants to switch them off manually, they can. So I really like how it's turned out. And there's still just enough room down the bottom here for a small table, as we hoped there would be. But overall, really happy with it. I think it looks really nice. And the guy fitting it did an excellent job. Just got to get some paint on the walls now. Through to the rest of the house, there's been still quite a lot of changes since you've been here, predominantly upstairs, because downstairs has been where we've been storing our kitchen. So I'll take you firstly to the bathroom. So this has all been plastered, as you can see going around here. Remember the old bathroom used to end here, so we extended that, got rid of the boiler cupboard, and now this is the plastered finished bit. And then I've just drilled some holes up there that will eventually be the ceiling lights. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That hole in the middle there is where the cables used to hang out. So I just need to patch that up. And I just need to fix this broken window. So toilet here, shower bath this end. I have a cable behind this wall ready for an LED mirror. And then up here is going to be my bathroom 12-volt fan. And round to the left. All these rooms up here have been painted, as you can see. Dulux Egyptian cotton. I still need to do some cutting in, but they've got the first coat on, then I can cut in and do the ceilings and then go back to the second and last coat. So this has been plastered, lined and painted since you last saw as well. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell the contrast, but if you look maybe at this skirting, there's quite a nice soft light grey on the walls. I really like it. Coming through here, these two rooms, these have all just had a first coat as well. I did a quick video of me painting this wall earlier. As you can, it's really starting to look like a house now. We've got lots of woodwork to do, unfortunately. What we're having to do is get this gun here, this hot air gun, and just blast all of the old paint off. Otherwise, rubbing it down will just take forever. And then once we've done that, we'll sand it down and start painting, but it's taking a long time to do that. And it's the same with probably all of this as well. It's in quite a lot of states. So I think the woodwork will take the most, but we've got a solid month of painting now. And this is the last room. Again, you can see the contrast where I haven't had time to cut in here. So this is the Egyptian cotton, and then that's just the white from before of the first coat. But getting there, I'm really happy with the progress. Hoping it's May now, start of May, or middle of May. We're hoping for a June completion. Thanks for all of your people who have commented and liked and subscribed. I really appreciate it. Any tips would be great. I'd love comments. If you want to know what anything is or what everything is, just please message me. Thanks again.
and I hope you like it. Cheers, have a good weekend.
Hi guys, Nick here, and week 16 of my UK home renovation. I've had plenty of work going on in the last couple of weeks, including me painting the outside of the house, hence my general painted clothes, absolutely covered. It's brown pebble dash out there, so it's really tricky to paint. It just literally flies off of you, even treating it first. The kitchen I showed you last time, but also these downstairs 2 rooms here, the dining room and the lounge, have been lined. So they're ready to be painted now, and also the fireplace has been knocked out. But I'll do a whole viewing because I feel like I haven't done that in a while. Take you outside to the garden first. Not much has changed. So we've still got this area that's going to be the patio here. Got to get rid of this next week because the gardener's coming. And then this is going to be pebbles down there. Haven't decided whether to paint this white like the front yet, but it's a massive job, especially with down the side there. We've got it all brown pebble dash as well. Coming through to the kitchen, which I showed you previously. Not sure if I highlighted some of these things, but there's the hob. And under here, I've got all of my electrics. Just to quickly show you, which I need to label. Coming through to where the changes have happened in the last couple of weeks. So this room is all lined and ready. Fortunately, I accidentally damaged a bit of the coving up here, so we need to find a match and try and fix it. I've been told it shouldn't be a problem. That's the only real original feature that's been damaged, but it's a bit annoying. But hopefully we can find a match and pair it up because it's really nice. Coming through. To the lounge. So again, all been lined, ceiling lined, all ready for the first coat of paint. And then this is the fireplace that we've knocked out. So the plumber's going to bring some gas to it. Then we're going to try and find on eBay or somewhere a nice frame to put around it. So little patches like this are where we lined it, and it still just needed a tiny bit of rubbing down. But as you can see, the walls are generally quite good in this room. So we haven't had to do that in many places, just here and here. And then I'll take you outside quickly. So this is what I've been doing all week. Been painting the pebble dash. I treated it first, so it's the pebble dash doesn't come off as much. And then I've been painting it with some exterior paint and a roller and a brush. It's been a long job, especially up the ladders, really tough. But hopefully you like it. It's only the first coat, and then the window frames I'm going to paint black, and then these Victorian features here I'm going to keep white, but I need to paint those still. So these are going to be painted black. You can see the difference from the side where it used to be and what it's going to be. And I'm just still debating whether to paint the side or not. It's probably such a big job that I won't. This guttering needs to go back on. And it does need a second coat, but it's a good start. And I think it'll look really nice once this is black. And I'll paint these features white. Coming back through. Go upstairs. So all of these rooms have had a first coat, as I may have mentioned before. It's the Egyptian cotton there. These are the bits I haven't cut in yet. So that's the old colour, that's the new colour. Coming into the back room. You can see again, just need to do some cutting in. My next job is to paint the ceilings, and then cut in and come down, and then do the woodwork, and then do my last coat on the walls. Coming through to the bathroom, this needs to be undercoated first and rubbed down. Then I can apply 2 layers of paint. Probably just a white in here, or maybe even a dark grey, but I'm thinking white with the white bath, sink, toilet, etc. Coming through to the hall. All this woodwork is going to be a real pain to rub down. It's going to be a real tough job, and I'm actually burning all this off as well, so the woodwork's going to take ages, unfortunately. There's a middle room. There's a view from another garden and the squirrel. And then coming through to the master, which is my favourite room in the whole place. So again, just need to do some cutting in, and I'll start on the ceilings next week, come down to this rail we added, so that'll be all white. And below that will be grey, and then white again at the bottom. Then they'll break it up because it's so high here. It'll look really nice. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. I'm over 200 now, which in 3 months is pretty good. I'm hoping to finish this house within 2 more months. It would be shorter, but my brother, who was supposed to help me, has hurt his back, so it's just me painting. Maybe get some outside help him for a bit, but then the money really adds up, so it's probably just going to be me. So yeah, wish me luck. If anyone has any comments, please feel free to share them, and thanks for subscribing. Cheers. Hi everyone, welcome to Nick's home renovation, week 17. This week we've been working in the garden. We've been doing the patio, putting the pebbles down the side, making lots of cement, making lots of mess. And I've also finished the upstairs ceilings, which has taken a couple of days, which I can show you now. So hopefully you can tell now, but it takes 2 coats of this Dulux Brilliant White for the walls and ceilings emulsion, matte emulsion. And as you can see, this room I've also gone down to this bit we added here. So you can see the finished white on the ceiling, and then below that we just have to paint this wood, which is my job next week, to start rub this down, fill these little gaps in and paint this, and then we'll have the Egyptian cotton below, so then you can really see the contrast there between the Egyptian cotton and then the white finished. So then once we've done the wood, cut in, and then do our last layer of Egyptian cotton. And then also we need to do this skirting and stuff down here. So all these rooms up here are the same. I'll just do a quick glance in all of them. This one was a slightly different finish, so it's a little bit more tricky, so I think that might need another coat. But generally the hall's looking really good. Just again need to work on this woodwork. And in here again, nice easy small room, all finished nice and bright white. In the bathroom, just had 1 layer of undercoat everywhere. Haven't done this end bit because obviously this is where that will all be tiled. That'll be the bath shower zone. But the rest of the place is all done, including the ceilings. Just need to fill in this tiny gap where my cables originally were poking out of. So I fixed a bit of wood above, and then we'll just fill that in next week. Coming downstairs to the garden, which is the most exciting bit. So nothing has changed in the front room, so nothing new in here. Showed you the fireplace last week. We've been extended, need to gas that up. And then this is just the storage / tea room, so nothing's happened in here. Coming through to our nice new kitchen. Still love this kitchen. And then the exciting part, which is just here. I have to be a bit careful where I step because it's only just been laid. If we come out here, so firstly down the side there, laid all the pebbles. That was really rough before. And then down here is going to be the patio. So we obviously can see we've probably done about half so far. Just got to bring some more bits down here and round. And this is what we're using. So it's got this really nice contrast. It's got some dark grey ones and some lighter grey ones. But they look really good when finished. And the shed was originally here, so we were going to keep it and paint it, but we thought it would be much better to have a nice big patio all the way around here. And then we just got to decide whether or not we want to paint all of this as well, which is one hell of a job. Thanks to everyone for subscribing. Also out here I forgot to mention, we're trying to decide whether to do real grass or fake turf. It's so small it probably could just be be fake turf, because then you don't have to mow it because it's such a small amount to mow. So I'm leaning towards fake turf at the moment, but it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed and is messaging me. Really appreciate your comments. If you're doing your own, please send them to me, and have a great weekend. Cheers. Hi guys, it's week 18 of Nick's home renovation. This week we've had work done in the garden. We painted pretty much everywhere, especially focusing on the ceilings and doing some cutting in. I'll take you for a quick walk. So, what we've been doing, I've been labouring for the landscaper, is putting down these patio tiles. So, there was an old shed there that we've now removed, and that's gone to the dump. And we've got 5 rows of these light grey tiles. These are the ones that are wet, but you can probably see sort of this is at the actual colour it's going to be. So we just spent a day putting them down and then a day pointing them. I think they're going to look really nice. They're going to make the garden look quite nice and spacious now, because it's only a small garden, so it's quite nice. And then what we did, we had these edging blocks left over from another job, the landscaper's job. So he's put those around the edge there. And then we'll just do a flower bed down the side and the back, and then this will obviously be our lawn here, which is going to go in later on this week. Down the side I showed you previously, just got the pebbles, so I think it's going to look really nice once it's done, but we definitely need some more plant life as well. We've got this random corner, but other than that it's pretty bare. I'm also going to paint this fence, hopefully do that this week as well with this timber care. The kitchen ceiling's finished pretty much. I had to do some stain block here. There was a leak when I originally bought it, so I've had to patch that up, and it all looks okay now. Other than that, the ceiling is finished, so one more coat in and around those bits of stain blocks and that'll be done. Also done 2 coats on the walls, but it will need another further coat, just where I've had to do some filling in as well. Coming through to the hall, nothing has really changed in these front 2 rooms. I've been predominantly upstairs. Right. So in the bathroom, the bath is in, the toilet's gone, the old toilet, which is a bit annoying, but what can you do? And as you can see, the plumber's got all of his pipe work ready to go. So what's happening now is the tiler's coming the next couple of days. He'll do this, and then the plumber will come back, fit the toilet, fit the sink, which is a standalone unit here. I've got my LED mirror that's going to be here, got a cable behind there somewhere, hopefully. And then he'll fit all these shower bits as well. And so we're going to do tiling all the way behind the bath, all over the floor, and then a small bit splashback behind the sink. And then other than that, in here, this place has 3 coats as well in here, so the ceiling's looking pretty good. The walls, it'll probably just need a bit of touching up once the plumber's been in again. Oh, and we've done a first coat to all the doors upstairs as well. And 2 coats on this stairway. It's really nice. Makes such a difference now. It was like a yellowy brown. Just looking nice and white at the moment. Might need one more. Coming through to the smallest bedroom. So this is nearly there. We still need to do a bit of filling in on the walls, filling in on the skirting board, and caulk all the skirting boards. That's the same in every room. But as you can see, the colour's really starting to show now. The difference between the grey on the walls and the white of the ceiling is going to look really nice once it's all finished up. Coming through here, more skirting that's been painted a couple of times. Again, all need to be caulked. There's the old disgusting toilet. And this room is probably the most finished. So that's had 2 lots of paint on the skirting. Just need to caulk in the corner and on top. The walls are looking pretty good, apart from I noticed on this wall just needs a bit of touching up in the middle, so I'll have to do that whole wall again. And the ceiling's had 2 coats of paint as well. This ceiling's a bit rough, but we thought we'd actually keep this one and not line this one. And in the master, we've done 2 layers of paint on this rail going all the way around, and 1 coat on this skirting bit here. Need to patch up this hole in this skirting bit here. Don't know whether to patch it up or get rid of the whole thing and do it again. And then we've just had 1 coat of paint on the windows as well. So hopefully by the end of this week we will have the lawn in. That'll be cool to show you guys, and we would have got a little bit further with the painting. It's such a slow process, especially with the wood. You have to clean it, sand it down, and clean it again before you even start painting. So it can literally be a couple of hours sometimes before you've even held the brush. But it's getting there. I'm hoping sort of early June now. I'm hoping by the end of June or first week of July it'll be ready. So it'll be great to show you guys once it's all done. Thanks everyone for subscribing. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers. Hi guys, welcome to Nick's home renovation week 19, and we're getting there. This week we've had the tiler upstairs tiling the bathroom, which I'll show you in a minute. We've had the lawn put down. I helped the landscaper for a couple of days, finishing the patio and the stones down the side. Had another layer of paint everywhere, but I'll show you around. We'll start with the garden as it's nice and sunny out here. It looks really good. So as you can see, the patio's all finished. There's edging bricks around the edge, and then the lawn on top of that. Gonna have a flower bed all the way around the edge, and then down the side we've just got this stone. Still a bit of clearing up to do, but it's starting to look really nice, I think. My next job is I've done these two, but to paint all these as well, all the fence panels. But it was so slow and laborious, I'm gonna get a sprayer, do it a bit quicker. As you can see, it starts to look a lot nicer. Got my two outside lights as well. The kitchen has had a third coat. Still some touching up to do, but some of it is finished. So I started putting on the sockets, doing all the lights up here, and the heat alarm as well. And I've done some LED strips under here, but just need to clip those cables in. And I just need to glue this LED strip here. But you can start to see what it's going to look like now. It's a really nice looking room in the end once I remove all this protection. This door's had one coat. All this woodwork here has had one coat now. This room I'm doing later today. I'm going to do the first coat on the walls, and I'm currently cutting in with this Egyptian cotton here. As you can see, I've cut in. It always looks really awful at first, but it actually dries really nicely. So I'm just going to cut in, finish the cutting in there, roll all those walls today. The ceiling's finished, as is the bit around the top here. And then once I've done the walls, I'll then move on to this, do one coat here, sorry, two coats here, then my last coat on the walls and the skirting, etc. Another door with one coat. Walking upstairs. This back room's pretty much there, so the ceilings have had two coats on and looking pretty nice. I'm going to put this light up later today. Just need to do some cutting in and some filling. All these skirting boards need to be filled around the top as well and in the corners. You can kind of see that even that looks a bit nice, having a bit of a white paint on it. The bathroom where the tile's working today, looking really nice. Looking for the grey tile, I'm going to get grey ground in between. And then the walls are pretty much finished, and as you can see, that's the sort of tile we're going to have the whole way up to the top. So he's going to take it all the way to the top, that's my fan, and then he's going to do these sort of edging bricks there going all the way around as well. He just needs to measure where the toilet's going. It always looks so much nicer once it's grouted, but as you can see, you can kind of envisage it now. And then once he's done in here, I can put my lights up. And this room, with a little bit of touching up, paint wires down here, will probably be the first one to be finished. So this banister, so a nice coat of paint, looking quite nice. And in here, this door's had two coats. The walls have just had one coat, I need to finish that. But again, we're not far away, it's starting to look more like a house. And in the master, lastly, coming through, you can see the rail around the top has had two coats. This is actually probably the most complete room. Ceiling's finished, bit around the top's finished, the rail is finished. The walls only had one coat, so it needs another. Then the skirting needs another, plus filling in around the edges, but this is definitely the nearest room. And then these windowsills have had, I think they've had three coats, they might even need a fourth, but they were dark brown and really ugly, so it's starting to look a lot brighter and nicer on this nice day you can see out there. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. I'm getting there. We think maybe 3 weeks, hopefully. You never know. We've got to get the carpet guys to tally up with how we're getting on, but we'll see. Hopefully we can show you the finished product soon. Thanks again. Thanks for tuning in. Any questions, let me know. Cheers. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to Nick's home renovation, week 20, and it's been a great week. We've painted all of upstairs. Upstairs is now finished. We've painted the fence out here. I've done under the stairs here. The plumber's been here. The tiler's been here. Got loads to show. But I'll start in the garden, just showing you the fence. It was a sort of horrible reddish, which I'll show you the other side, and then I'll show you what we've done this side. So this was the old colour. This bit down here. And then this is the new colour. So we're giving it a coat the whole way around. So all the way. Coming inside, we've got working lights above, as you can see, smoke detector. Working LEDs below, still got to neaten up these and actually glue this because they're falling down. So we've got LEDs, going to have them all 4 sides eventually. Coming through here, this is what I've been doing this week, so I've put some trunkings and neaten all those horrible cables lying about. So it's a lot neater in there. There's actually quite a lot of room as well for storage, for Hoover and things. We're going to have to sort this cupboard out, it's an absolute nightmare. The walls are terrible, but this is the last room in the house to do. Take you upstairs, as nothing else down here has been done, but as you can see up here, it's looking pretty good now. So all the walls have had another coat, the ceilings had another coat, all the skirting's been filled and bonded. So then we've got lights on, we've got sockets on, socket and aerial. Just being careful not to whack any rooms. And now the room that's had the most change is the bathroom. So the tiler's been in, got these grey tiles and all grouted, and then he's got this lovely white here. So I just got to give this a little bit of a coat up the top there to finish, but that's it. So the plumber's been and done his pipe work. This will be the unit that's going there. And I've got an LED mirror going above here. And then obviously over the other side we have the toilet. And I've done all my lights as well. And then out here I've just got my switch for the bathroom upstairs and downstairs, and then extractor fan up there as well. Hallway looking nice and fresh. Just got to do this cutting in bit difficult with these stairs here, but we're going to manage that next week. This room again finished, all the walls complete, all the ceilings done. Got a little bit of touching up on the skirting, but again my sockets, switches all on, ready to go. And lastly the master, again all done. All we want to do is put another coat on these windowsills. If you remember, these windowsills were brown, as were the windows themselves. So we painted these and this today, and it looks so much nicer. It was a really horrible, dirty look. The last job we'll have to do is actually cleaning the actual windows, the glass themselves, but it's not that big a deal. This is my favourite room in the whole house. I really love the skirting and the architrave and the really crisp white above and below, the Egyptian cotton in the middle. So again, all my sockets done. And then the door, so we've just got to reattach the handles next week. Basically, we've arranged for the carpet man to come in 2 weeks' time, so it'll all be finished then. So we've got 2 weeks of just snagging and painting and me finishing the electrics, but it's all looking good. I'm in a really happy place, nice sunny day, and we're getting there. Thanks to everyone who subscribed, and I hope to see you guys soon. Have a good weekend. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to Nick's home renovation, week 21. There's not too much to show you today, but just lots and lots of painting mostly. We're still waiting for the plumber to come back. He has to start the bathroom and the radiators. He was supposed to be here yesterday and the day before, but hasn't turned up, which is a bit annoying, but once he turns up, then upstairs can be officially finished. Little update, I've tested the electrics, all's okay, that's all going to be signed off by the NIC, EIC. As you can see, there's still a few electrics in this room off, but I haven't showed you much of this front room, so I thought I'd just show you it's pretty much finished. So the ceilings, for example, are finished, nice and white, as is the bit above here, that's all been finished. The walls have had a coat and then they've just been touched up a little bit. See above this fireplace there was lots of, it was a bit rough, and you could see the lining paper a bit as well, so just had to fill that in, rub it down, and then we'll do a second coat. As you can see, I've roughly put all my sockets. These are the ones that are going to be like the brushed chrome effect, and then this fireplace is going to look really nice with all of the hearth to come out, and then this room will all be carpeted, and then whoever hopefully buys this place can have a log fire or whatever they want. We'll also gas it up if they wanted to do that. So this is a really nice room, I think, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it finished. I really like the bay window and the fireplace, are two lovely features, and just in general I just really like the paint we've chosen. So coming through to the hall, this is the same situation really. The ceilings in this part finished. They've had 3 coats, but this part here has only had 1, so that needs to be finished, and then that can put on my smoke alarm and a light, and then the walls just need to be finished everywhere as well. And this room also hasn't had much time with me in because it's been where we've sort of held all the stuff. So I don't know if you remember, right at the beginning, it was my one mistake was I chipped a bit of the cornice at the top here, so I think we've done a really nice patch job up there. You can barely tell where we've had to patch it up, and it looks so much nicer. And again, similarly to the front room, I just really like the white skirting, the grey Dulux Egyptian cotton, and the white above with the white ceiling. We've also had to patch this up, need to sand this down and give it a coat. This actually hasn't even had a coat of paint at the top yet. And that's just another view of the garden, letting in some nice light into this room. And you can see the lawn and the pebbles we've done down the side there. So the kitchen hasn't really changed much. I won't show you that, especially as we've got all the protection here. I've neatened up my cupboard under here, so I've got my trunk in for my cables. This cupboard's going to be a bit of a nightmare because, as you can see, the walls are holes galore. Trying to decide the best way to go about this. Any advice would be most appreciated. Upstairs is pretty much there. There's a few bits you just need to touch up here and there, like above here for example, but we're really waiting for the plumber to come in, fit the toilet, fit the sink, then I can put my LED mirror above there. There's a cable back here somewhere in the stud wall. Once he's done all that, we can then finish off all these bits and start signing off rooms. What we're going to do, again, this room's pretty much finished up. I've done some touches under here. I believe the radiator in this room is either going to be under the window or over in this space as you come in. There's a bit of dead space there. I'm really liking this hallway, as you can start to see it finished now. Again, just need to touch up there. We just couldn't get the ladder up in that tight bit. But it's a really nice hallway, I think. We've still got the nice Victorian features around the doors and around the loft hatch, and there's such good height throughout this whole place. And again, another finished room. This probably is the only finished room besides from the radiator. I believe the radiator is either going on this wall or this wall. It probably makes sense over there actually. Again, I really like the features around the edge, and we've stuck with the same wall colour throughout, apart from the kitchen. That's just going to be white to show off the grey in the kitchen. And then the master, also looking really nice. What a difference these windows make being white. They were sort of a yellowy grey colour before. You might be able to see there's a few paint marks from when we did the pebble dash outside. So So jobs to do are basically pebble dash outside again. Well, I think we need another coat. It's just a bit patchy, unfortunately, as it was a horrible job. Waiting for the sun to calm down a bit before we do that. Plumber's got to do the bathroom, the rad's upstairs, the rad's downstairs, and then we've got about maybe a week's worth, maybe 6-7 days most of painting, and then the carpet man and the floor man can come in and do carpet all upstairs and down the stairs, carpet in the front lounge, and then wood everywhere else, we think. But we're getting there. I was hoping to be about a week away, but unfortunately the plumber's holding us up. So I'd like to say 2 weeks, but I keep my fingers crossed. Thanks to everyone who subscribed, nearly at 300 subscribers, which I'm really happy with. Didn't think anything like that, thought I might have near 30. So I really appreciate it and your nice comments, and have a good day. Cheers.
Hi guys, welcome to Nick's Home Renovation, week 22, well, sort of. Basically the plumber has been really ill in hospital, so the whole sort of job has been put back by a few weeks, nobody's been here. Basically because the plumber needed to finish the bathroom and the radiators, and then the flooring guys can come in, which is now booked in for next week. The bathroom's still not finished because he's come out of hospital for a bit, done a bit of work, and he's gone back into hospital, so he's still feeling quite poorly. Hopefully he gets better soon and we can finish, but all the trades sort of had to wait for the plumbing to be done and then we can move on. I have now finished my electrics apart from the LED mirror in the bathroom, but I thought I'd just give you a show around because we're 99% finished. It's just the bathroom, and I've painted the outside still again, sorry, so that looks really nice now. In fact, I'll show you that first after this room. Actually, I'll show you outside first because it looks really smart. I'm really happy with it. Just took 2 coats in the end, so it wasn't too bad, and we've put some, as you can see. So this is going to be my new light. As you can see, the second coat really makes it look nice. I really like the wall out there as well. So the old colour down the side there, and the new white. And we also painted down the bottom there. So we've cleaned up this as well. We're trying to keep the original Victorian features. And coming through, gave the door a nice paint of grey as well. Coming through, most of the fittings are on. This ceiling needs another coat, so just have to loosen those. And then there's just lots of little snags, sort of marks like this that people have just knocked when they come in that just need to be touched up. Coming through to the left, you see door finished. We've got a hearth for the fireplace there. That's all gassed up if people wanted a gas fire, or maybe one of the wood burning ones, easily done. Radiators are now done, all the electrics are on. It's a really nice room. We will obviously get rid of those terrible blinds, but they're keeping the sun out at the moment as it is boiling. I really like this room. It's a really nice size. Coming through to the dining room. So I've got my wall lights, just need to get some grey lampshades to go on those and some light bulbs. And we've given the windows a bit of a clean, but they probably need the second clean. Radiator in the corner there, and light switch is all done as well, sockets. So these 2 rooms and this room and this room, the kitchen and the dining room will be hardwood floor, as would be in the hall here. This front room is going to be carpeted. I think it's a bit cosier, and then carpet all the way up the stairs and all the bedrooms upstairs, apart from the bathroom obviously, which is tiled. Kitchen, still got all this blue paper on, we'll remove that shortly. Basically we're waiting for the flooring guy to come next week. Once he's done, then the kitchen fitter can come back, fit the plinths and fit the plinth here as well. But it's looking pretty good paint wise in this room. We've had to fill in this bit. This is where the plumber put his radiator in when he got out of the hospital. Garden hasn't changed much. I've just ordered a door I'm going to put on here and paint. And we've painted all this fencing. And I've put on some outside lights as well.
under the stairs with all my electrics have just been neatened up a bit. Still got to remove this pole. We've bonded, obviously, as you can see, all in here. It's a bit of a mess. Still don't know quite what to do with it because I wrote on the walls thinking it was going to be removed, but I guess we'll just have to splash a bit of paint on it to make it a bit nicer. But that's pretty much all finished. All the electrics have been tested and signed off already, so that's good news. This looks a lot nicer, bright white. Have a rad in the hole. Then coming upstairs, got the smallest room, all finished. Looking out to the garden. So the flooring guys are putting carpet up here. We'll just need to fix a few floorboards that got damaged when taking them up for the plumbing. You can see the pipe work coming through there and my cables. And this is the room that needs the most work. The toilet works, but it needs to be pushed back to the wall. The plumber needs to come and fit the sink, fit all the shower bits, then we can finally paint above here. Going to have a couple of tiles behind here as well, so the tiles got to come back, but as I said before, it's all on the plumber unfortunately. Coming back through to the hall, really like this banister here. Really nice features, keeping it original, got really nice height through here as well. Going back into the second room, all finished, all sockets on, the radiator on. Don't know whether to get some white caps for the copper pipes or just leave the copper exposed. A bit 50-50 on that. This is my LED mirror. That is eventually going in the bathroom, but just waiting on the plumber. And lastly, the master bedroom. So we've got the radiator fitted, and we still need to just scrub up the windows a bit, but it's looking really smart now. I think the carpet will really finish it off. So a little bit frustrating, but what can you do? The plumber's ill, but we're getting there. I think it'll be really cool when the flooring downstairs and the carpet upstairs go in next week. Hopefully the plumber's in before then, but it still will look better to show you guys. So hopefully we'll be done in the next couple of weeks and we can start putting it on the market. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for all your lovely comments. Take care, bye.
Hi guys, welcome to Nick's Home Renovation, week 25, and I am finally finished. Woo! I'll show you around, I'll show you everything we've done. Probably best starting with the front. If you remember rightly, it was pebble dash grey, absolute nightmare to paint, but I painted it white, which was 2 coats, which I'll show you now. As you can see, the house is for sale. Coming outside here, you can see what we've done. So the old colours there on the side, the grey pebble dash. This is the white we've decided to go with painting black at the bottom there. Really like a few features out here. The original Victorian entrance, along with my sort of old-fashioned light I put in. I think it really helps bring it together, as well as the nice grey front door. Coming through to the hall, still got the original features as you come in, which is a really nice start, I think, as you walk in. Then as you come through to the front lounge, we've got new rads, original skirting, which we managed to keep. Then we have our fireplace, which we've knocked out, ready for anyone to move in with a log burner or gas if they wanted to. It's all gassed up, and it's all open at the top. So what's nice about this room is it's mostly original things. The only new things is the door, and then obviously the radiator and the wiring. But we've got all original pelmets, skirting, windows. I mean, ignore these are just a bit of protection. But we've still got the double glazed windows, and everything you see in here is original, apart from, as I said, the electric plumbing and the door. So it's quite nice to keep it as it was. Even the door frame is original. Coming through to the dining room. Again, I kept all this original features, got the original pelmet, fireplace, coving, skirting. And all we've done is I've done my electrics, 2 switches on this one. Got one for these wall lights over there and one for up here. Need to get different light bulbs for that, as you can see, way too big, but you get the picture. This is a side view of the garden. So this is where we put the pebbles down. And that's the old pebble dash that I had to tackle with at the front. Really nice space, I think, for a dining room. Perfect, or maybe even children's playroom, but I'm picturing it as having table and chairs in here and you can eat. Going through to the main, I think the best room in the house is the kitchen. As you can see, it looks really, really smart. Could even have a dining room or a small kitchen table at the end for breakfast and things. So over here we have pan drawers in the middle, storage space either side. This is where I ended up putting all my switches. So you can see all my microwave, fridge, freezer, etc. That keeps it all off of the top here, and I think it's a much neater way of doing it. Got a 5-burner hob with extractor. Then over here we've got our integrated appliances, oven and microwave from Hotpoint. And then we've got an integrated fridge, freezer, 70-30 split fridge, freezer here. Closing the door over this side. Went for a wall unit on the corner there. I think that looks really smart. And we sort of left the equidistant gap either side of there. Dishwasher here, again, Hotpoint again. And another Hotpoint washing machine here, all integrated. All really neat, tidy, really happy with how this looks. If anyone's interested where we got this, it is from a company called DIYkitchens.com. You just have to do the measuring and the ordering yourself. And everyone who's put it in said how well made it is, and it's literally maybe 40% of the price compared to, you know, any high street kitchen company you're going to go to. A quick look in the garden. Got this lovely patio here. And the lawn, and we've kept this all bare for whoever buys it. They can plant whatever they like. And then just got the pebbles down the side there. And then all we did was put a door on this cupboard here for your lawnmower and any storage or gardening tools. Going back inside, I'll show you briefly under here, although it's not very glamorous. This is my fuse board with my electrics going upstairs. Got a separate one for my aerials and things. And then you just got the gas meter, all new piping, all new gas work, water, all new piping again. And there's a little bit of space for storage again. We were tempted to put a bathroom or a toilet under here, but we thought in these houses you don't get that much storage space, so it's actually quite nice to have this for your hoovers, etc. But if someone bought it and decided to turn it into a toilet, it wouldn't be that difficult, to be honest. Coming upstairs, got brand new carpets. Really happy with the colour. We'll start in the smallest room. So I don't know if you remember, this is the stud wall. It used to start about here, but we just thought the bathroom was too small, so we ended up extending it. And over in this corner originally was where the boiler was upstairs. So that boiler now is downstairs in one of the wall units. And this room is still a decent size. Probably get a small double bed in there, or just a single room. Could even be an office. In here we've got all original skirting apart from this bit, which is obviously where we brought the stud wall out. And we've got a new door. Again, other than that, all original things. We've got Egyptian cotton on the wall, as we have everywhere, as I'm sure you've noticed from other videos. Coming through to here, I really like this sort of pit view here. I think the stairs are really, really nice. If you excuse the ladder there. I just really like the banister and the detail in it. It took an absolute age to paint, but it looks so smart compared to what it did. Through to the bathroom. Really, really like this space now. So the bathroom used to end basically here. And then this was our boiler cupboard on the other side of the wall. So what we did, we knocked down this wall and extended it maybe metre and a half, and it's made all the difference. It's really a nice size now. So we've got a new toilet, window, double glaze, which we fixed because this was broken when we bought it. And we've got a lovely bath here with a nice big shower head. And we've got these really nice white tiles, which I've got my fan in for the outside. And then over here I've got an LED mirror, which you just switch on under here. And then a nice grey sink, almost the same colour as the front door, which again I really like. New door because we had to, because they were all just so warped. And then we've got a nice big towel rail in the corner. But this is a much nicer size now, and the floor tiles that make the room actually seem a bit bigger, as they're nice big floor tiles. And my LED lights as well. Coming back out to the hall. Let's go to the second bedroom, again another double. Picturing sort of the bed being here, personally. And then over here, I would have, if it was me, maybe like a chest of drawers with a TV on, wardrobe in that corner. Again, we've kept all of the features, all original. And then all the skirting, again, is original. We decided it's better to keep the original features, and we'd rather have them not being perfect but original rather than brand new. It just doesn't look as nice. I mean, it looks better, but I'd rather have the original if it was me buying this place. And then coming through to the best room in the house, in my opinion, is the master bedroom. Absolutely huge. I'll close the door. It's a massive, massive room. Really like these bay windows. We painted all these white, they're originally grey. Double glazing again. And then we're thinking, have the bed here. And you've got all of these options for wardrobe space, maybe over here or here. I'll put the TV there in case you want to have a chest of drawers with it on. And then we're thinking here, this would probably be either a desk or a dressing table. And then over here you've got space to do whatever. In some houses over here they actually did put a fourth bedroom in, but I mean, for how small the bedroom would be, and it would take away from this room, so I just think this is the much nicer option. And again, all new electrics, all new plumbing, just the one big radiator in here, we've been told is sufficient. And then what I like about this house is you don't have any views of other houses opposite, which is quite nice, no one looking in. So that's it guys, 25 weeks in the making. I hope you have enjoyed it, enjoyed the journey. It's totally new for me doing this, and especially doing it via the the GoPro. But thanks to everyone who subscribed, and your comments have been really helpful throughout. A lot of people really helped me make some hard choices. I really appreciate it. It's now on the market. The plan originally wasn't to sell it, but I've had really good feedback, and it's gone up quite a lot in valuation, so I'm going to try selling it. Hopefully moving on to my second renovation, because it's been absolutely brilliant. Thanks very much, and hope to see you on the next one. Cheers, bye.